they don't have nearly as bad of like feedbacks to a lot of their games compared to EA. Yeah, well, plus Rockstar. Rockstar's only done pretty well game-wise. Oh yeah. But compared to like EA, Rockstar still does put out some. I mean, every company has flaws every now and then, but I don't know. Rockstar just seems like they've always been more. How do I put it? A little bit more reliable. Like you don't get nearly as many bad games, and they seem to be more up on like patching stuff. I mean, like look with the Grand Theft Auto series, they've always been, because they know it's a popular game and they enjoy it themselves, they typically make sure to patch it frequently. Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's becoming gaming itself anymore, and it's the same thing. Yeah, and what I really hate, and this is where it's kind of hypocritical in my opinion with people, is microtransactions. Majority of people do not like them and complain about having to do it. But like anything else, these same people that will complain, bitch, moan, and complain, but then they still do it. It's like, and like you wonder why it's still a thing, because you complain about it, but you still buy it. It's like if people would just stop using it, but only when it's good. Oh yeah, I don't mind paying for like DLC and stuff. It's like when you got games like Madden, for instance, with the MUT, they go. I don't know. I think they do too much with the microtransaction. I mean, they make it the way you pretty much have to, if you want to play online with people, you pretty much have to spend money. And but you shouldn't have to spend literally crap tons of money just to be able to actually win when you play online. It just doesn't seem fair to a lot of people, because not a lot of people can afford to spend hundreds of dollars to get the best players at every position on their team.
We read you, Echo 419. We have survivors and need immediate dust-off.
Roger, Cortana. On my way. I've spotted additional lifeboats in your area. One near the cliff edge, and another near the head of the river.
Yeah.
Hard to see from my altitude, but it looks like there are more survivors. Acknowledge.
I mean, Kickstarter, it's not that it's a bad thing. It's just for certain things it's bad. And like you just said, for games, I just don't. Yeah, it doesn't quite work as well game. Because, like you said, you could end up never actually seeing the game come out.
There are some Marines hiding in the hills above the structure.
Yeah, now, I know there's one thing, and it wasn't a game that was on Kickstarter, but, and I wish I could have had the money to donate for, is that Super Troopers 2, which is actually due to be released here pretty soon. Then, you know, that was actually, I thought, pretty cool, because the actors knew people wanted a sequel, they wanted to do the sequel, and they were so intent on doing it that they're like, okay, well, if we can't get a company to do it, then maybe us and the fans can get the money to do it, which I thought was great.
No survivors then.
I mean, it's not that I don't think it. Oh yeah, and it's not that I think it could necessarily not work for games. It's just I think it depends on who's doing it. Like, is it people that you can trust? Well, that's how Kickstarter's supposed to work. If the product's never. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, but and the reason they can do that is because there's so, when it comes to investing and stuff, there's so many loopholes around that kind of stuff when it comes to business. You'd be amazed what companies can get away with. Yeah, they do a lot of shady crap. I mean, Disney, it's pretty sad when Disney are kind of known for doing some pretty shady stuff, and they'll be like, hey, cut it out. And that's pretty bad. Ubisoft, they used to be pretty good when they first started, but they just kind of they went down that. Oh yeah, but EA, like I said, EA is just, when you're buying out all the competition, you no longer have to worry about putting out a good product. Well, that's what happened with EA. I personally, when they first started doing that kind of crap, is when they got the full license the sole licensing property for NFL games. That's when they kind of started doing a lot of that. Because I think when they got that sole licensing, seeing how much money they could make without putting out a good product, I think they figured, oh, hey, well, this works. It makes us tons more money. Let's just do that. And obviously it's not everyone at EA. It's mostly just people that are in charge and own the stuff that does it. Oh yeah, I'm just saying, you know, you got the people that are in charge are the ones that make all the final decisions on things. I mean, if you're a programmer for them, you know, you pretty much got to do what your boss says. If your boss says cut corners on the game, oh, you got to cut corners on the game, or lose your job. I mean, not that there aren't shitty programmers.
Warning. I picked up
I mean,
reports
it's supposed to be
Covenant
both,
has located
but
and secured the Pillar of Autumn's crash site.
you know,
The good news is the
that's
Captain
why a
Sisqo
lot of people who are programmers
bad
and
news
game
is the
designers
Covenant have captured
for games
the
that
entire
will tell
surviving
people who want to go into that business not to do it because
Let's hurry and find the
it's
final lifeboat.
horrible.
And link up with the rest of the
Now,
survivors.
and you know that's pretty sad when you got people who are in the business who wanted to be in the business because it's something that they enjoyed telling people don't do it.
Maybe they took cover in that structure. Let's check it out.
I've noticed a lot of some of the really good games that come out anymore are indie games, like games that you find that people release on platforms like Steam. And you are a horrible driver. They jump out of the way. And you keep hitting everything that's that you could possibly hit.
We should search the interior of those structures.
I'm
before
starting
we
to think
leave.
I'm starting to think that you're more terrible at it than I am. So you're essentially just insane. A little bit of both. Yeah, now I am now too.